Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. And today you can see I have the Tarot Nova on the tarot table, the little mini tarot that forgot to put its name on the box. So it doesn't really help you, but it's the Tarot Nova, N-O-V-A. And I use it to read on children, as those of you who have watched my channel for a while, followed me for a while, know very well. It's a very simplistic tarot. It's a lovely little tarot deck, travels easily if you want one to stick in your handbag or your suitcase or whatever. It's highly recommended. And the reason that I have it on the tarot table today is because yet again we have to address the thorny topic of Archie and Lilibet, their existence, their mysterious absence. And a few things have coalesced, little comments, little snippets of news that I have gathered, and they've coalesced now into this particular reading. And I have to say right now, as I shuffle the cards a little bit more, that of course this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes. It is all just speculation. It is all just my opinion. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it. Please form your own opinion about what is going on with Archie and Lily Diana. The reason I'm doing this reading today is because of, as I say, various things that I have picked up in the past few days. The first is an interview with Idris Elba, and someone asked him, said, you DJ'd at the Harkles wedding, have you met Archie? And she was all ha ha ha, expecting him to say yes, of course. And he said, no one has. And that little clip has been going round and round. Have you met Archie? No one has. Then the Neil Sean thing a few days ago, in which Neil Sean said that the British royal family are denying the story of Lilibet meeting Lilibet, the story that was puffed and put around during the Platinum Jubilee, that the great meeting took place. And of course the Harkles took their own celebrity photographer along. People speculate it was Nissen Harriman, and the Queen said nope, you can't have a photo with him, and no photo was released. It's not how it's done. And now Neil Sean said there is no record of that meeting taking place in the official diary, and none of the palace staff saw the Harkles there during the Jubilee. Interesting. Of course, there is that very peculiar photo of Lily that was released as the Harkles stormed back to California after not being able to get front row seats at any of the events for the Jubilee. That photo of her with no legs, sort of transplanted into that grass outside of what looked like Frogmore Cottage. And he's known for his photoshopping, Nissen Harriman, and there she was, a child with no legs, sitting in that little puffy dress. Mystery. Sorry about the shadows. I forgot to pull the blinds behind me as I started this reading, so you're going to get me in shadows and sun and whatever. I'm in a temporary situation doing these tarot readings at the moment. Temporary situation that's gone on for over a year, but never mind. Then we have the body language guy talking about Harry's latest Zoom, the World Child thing, how shifty he looked when he was talking about Archie and Archie's squeaky voice, and Lilibet finding her voice. Very odd things to say about children, really. And looking shifty, looking up and away, as he said that, into the zone where people would look, one more shuffle, where they are maybe making things up, speculating. And then the biggie for me, so that's the three things. Then the biggie for me, which is why I'm doing this Celtic cross. I'm doing a Celtic cross with this little mini tarot. We've shuffled enough. The biggie is on a Twitter account that a lot of people speculate belongs to the wife herself. It's a Sussex Princess account, just vaguely telling you. And in it, there is a thing that has been retweeted and has been stuck there. And it says, I want to make it very clear that Queen Camilla's biographer, and that would be Angela Levin, is spreading a racist lie that Meghan was never pregnant and Archie doesn't exist. Meghan was never pregnant and Archie doesn't exist. Put there in the past few days by someone who a lot of people speculate is the wife herself. Is she worried? That's what we're going to be looking at today. What's going on? Why no sighting of the kids? How worried is Megan about being exposed potentially for whatever has been going on? The fake pregnancies that people speculate were fake, or the pregnancies that people speculate were fake. All of that. We're going to be looking at it. We're going to be seeing a card each for the children, for Archie, for Lilibet. We're going to be seeing what's coming next. There is that Netflix documentary. Are we going to get a sighting of them in that? Are they being kept out of sight for money reasons, or is it more sinister? Those are the kinds of questions we're going to try and get answers to. Not the first time we have tried to get answers to these questions on this channel, and I am very sure that anyone else who reads tarot on the Royals is obsessed as I am with this question and reads on it relentlessly. And so here we are, and we have the underlying energy of this reading, which is the Star card, but it's the Star card in reverse. I'm asking, is Megan worried? Star card in reverse, yes. That is the underlying energy of this reading. That is lost hope, abandon hope, or ye enter here. A very interesting card to come. The star is hope, is healing, is purpose, is being divinely guided, and it is in the reverse, despair, depression, some form of illness even, that there could be, that the great hope that was going to come from these children has failed for some reason, maybe or maybe not realizing the issue with surrogacy, alleged surrogacy. People speculate that there might have been some assistance with those pregnancies, and of course that affects right to be in the line of succession and all of that. So the star in reverse, not a good card if you are a Meghan Markle supporter and you are worried about those children, or thinking that those children are right up there as royals, prince and princess and all of that. So let's look at the situation, this very weird situation we find ourselves in. What is going on? Four of Pentacles, someone hanging on to something. That's the Four of Pentacles, greedy little piggy hanging on to all the money. It could be about money. It could be didn't get the big bucks that they thought they were going to get, the magazine spreads when the children were born, those huge photo shoots. Gone are the days where people pay money for things like that. So didn't get money, didn't get titles, didn't get the things that they thought they were going to get, hanging on, hoping for whatever ka-ching kind of things that they were expecting. Her in particular, this is really a Meghan reading, this isn't a Harry reading, this is a Meghan reading that I'm doing, hanging on to the idea that they're going to get titles, they're going to be in the line of succession, could even be King Archie, all of that, hanging on to this. I'm repeating myself like that because it's really this almost crazy. I'll use the word crazy because the podcast dropped today, the crazy one. So let's use the word crazy. She doesn't mind being called crazy. She's fine with it. So she's, obsessed a bit. What is the problem? Why no sign of the kids? And we get a very interesting card. We get the Justice card, which is the law. The law. Something going on with the law. People speculate that there may be injunctions floating around. It could be that they've signed some kind of a deal. And maybe a deal with the royals to say we won't expose the kids, we won't merch them, we won't make money out of them. If we don't do that, then you won't rat on us. There's a quid pro quo in that Justice card for me doing this reading right now. Something given, something received. We won't rat on you if you don't go all out merching the kids. That's my interpretation. That is purely my opinion. But it could be more. It could be more sinister, much more sinister than that. There could be deals with surrogates. There could be deals with adoption agencies. There could be any kind of legal paperwork, documentation, agreements with that Justice card. The law is standing in the way of us seeing these children. Could also be a deal with Netflix. We'll check that out. Coming up, how concerned is Meghan? This hidden energy, the next card. How concerned is she about the truth coming out? And we get the High Priestess. That is literally a card of secrets. The High Priestess. Literally a card of secrets. And it's in the reverse. Secrets coming out. This is a big cause for concern for her. She is very worried. And as I say, I was fascinated by the fact that this tweet made it onto this particular account on Twitter and was put there as almost a message to the supporters, the sugars, the squad, Angela Levin. She wasn't quoted directly, her name, the Queen Camilla's biographer, spreading a racist lie that Meghan was never pregnant and Archie doesn't exist. She is very worried that the secret is going to come out. My opinion. Let's see what her focus is right now. We know the titles are a big deal, but what's her focus? The Five of Wands. Fighting, conflict, drama. Trying to climb to the top of the greasy pole as the Five of Wands, trying to get those titles, scrapping with people about it. There's conflict. There is conflict. Could be conflict with the rest of the royal family. Could be conflict even with Harry. But there is conflict going on. There is conflict about what to do, which direction to take. With this whole story, but also conflict about entitlements with these children. And I get that because of the Four of Pentacles coming out as the heart of this reading, the issue in this reading, and the Hope card being in reverse, the Star card being in reverse as the underlying energy of this reading, that she's losing hope, that she's worried truth is going to come out. She's blocked for some reason from doing what she wants to do, which is to make money out of these kids, but she's still scrapping, she's still fighting, she's still trying to gain dominance there. She's trying to keep them in the line of succession. The dog's very talkative outside today. He's having a bit of a play. He is 14, but he's 4 months old in his mind right now. It's very sweet. So past shenanigans, what's been going on in the past that universe wants us to know about? And we get the 7. Sorry, you can't see, very shiny. 7 of Swords, but in reverse. 7 of Swords is the crookery card, the skullduggery card. It's in the reverse. Exposure. Something has happened. Something has happened somewhere. Someone has got the goods. It could be the new chapters that Tom Bauer is sitting on that apparently are coming out in his book when he releases it in America, where the privacy laws and all the rest of it, defamation and all that stuff, the laws seem to be somewhat different to the UK, so he seems more confident that he can publish a more scandalous subject matter in the US and not be exposed to litigation. But the 7 of Swords in reverse is the card of exposure and confession. Somebody maybe has confessed. Somebody maybe has confessed. I would imagine that Queen Camilla knows all. There was that fascinating little cameo scene. Was it at that Commonwealth do where she was in the green outfit, the praying mantis outfit? People suspected she was recording it with the cape, when the cape things first put in an appearance, and Camilla made a sort of a look at Catherine and rubbed her belly. That was in the height of the pregnancy and the belly clutching, when she was in the Nurse Betty outfit. No, it was the Nurse Betty outfit. It wasn't the green outfit. So wrong event. But it might have been a Commonwealth event as well. Might have been the previous Commonwealth event. I've lost track of what's going on. But somebody somewhere, and there was speculation then because there was a woman waiting outside who was, people thought might be involved, might be that suspected surrogate. Debunked not, but it was a very interesting little moment. So interesting. Maybe it's one of the reasons why they're going so hard at Camilla in the book and in general. She's the one who knows, and she might be the one who decides to hell with this, I'm going to say. And you can't sue the monarch. I assume you can't sue the monarch's spouse either in the UK, as far as I know. interesting. What's coming up next? Are we going to get Netflix? Are we going to see lots of Archie and Lilibet on Netflix? Are we going to hear something scandalous? What's going on in The Fool? We're going to get a whole new start, a new adventure, a new start. It could be that they're holding back, that they have deals with Netflix, and in the next few months we're going to see wall-to-wall Archie and Lilibet. Archie and his squeaky voice and his waffle maker and his hydration and crocodile and whatever else his first word was, and Lilibet, the child with no legs, who will have acquired legs at that point and be tottering about, finding her voice. But something new, a bold new adventure going on with her Harkle. So it doesn't look like anything that is going to bother Megan, because this is, as I have said already, this really is from her point of view. So a card now for each of the children. I just want to know where and what and how, anything universe wants to tell us. This is the Archie card. This is the 9 of Wands card. Oh, that, yeah, that's not a good card. Protected, boundaries around, for some reason. Hidden. Always issues around not meeting his little markers, his developmental markers. I did a reading on that, and it did look like there were problems, but he's being protected, he's being kept away from people, he's ring-fenced. It's a bit of a sad picture because it's a little boy staring out of a window, a barred window. You get a bit of a scary Victorian image of a little child up, up in the nursery that's got barred windows and not allowed out. I am being dramatic. I'm being melodramatic. And I'm not saying for 1 second that he's locked away in a nursery, never to be seen because he's got something hideous wrong with him. I'm not saying that. I am saying that he is being sheltered and protected and kept away. He's being kept away quite deliberately. 9 of Wands. It's not a good energy. It's not a comfortable, happy energy. It's not that the child necessarily is in distress himself, but there are issues and there are reasons why he is kept out of sight, and why Idris Elba can say, no one has seen Archie. Lily, what's going on with her? She's okay. Page of Pentacles. She's there. She's even got legs in this picture. That's good. She's grown them finally. And Page of Pentacles, good positive card. Good positive energy. That is literally a child card. That is a happy child. That's a child that's making steady progress. Page of Pentacles. You don't get a better card really for a child if you're doing a reading on a child. And that is literally making good progress, steady progress, all good, all going in the right direction. So they exist. So this idea that Megan was never pregnant and Archie doesn't exist, she's being extra dramatic. She's sowing those seeds to stir them up, my opinion, to get them all worked up, and it's all racist. She literally says, spreading a racist lie, getting them all hyped up, sending out the flying monkeys. We got 2 children. We've got one who has got issues that is being kept out of sight, and we've got one who is just fine. Hopes and fears for Megan. Knight of Pentacles. She wants her titles, she wants her money, she wants this to keep going. She wants this gig she's got with the royals and with the kids. She got her kids. It's money in the bank, these 2 children. I'm being very cynical about this, but I think given what we have witnessed over the past few years, I'm entitled to be very cynical about this. She wants that money in the bank. She wants that long journey that's going to be uninterrupted, an abundant journey. Knight of Pentacles, steady forward movement towards that goal of that big payday, that big prize. She wants it. She wants to keep Harry by her side. He's the Knight of Pentacles as well. She's going to use the children to keep him by her side. Speculating again. And the outcome, I've put a 5-year stamp on it. Are we going to find out? Are the secrets going to come out that she is very afraid are going to come out? Are they going to come out in the next 5 years? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a big payday. we've got 2 new starts here. And it could be that there is a big payday for somebody that comes along and tells all with that card. It's not scandalous. It's not. It's just a big payday. A big payday. New start here and a big payday. It could even be that she herself goes and sits on Oprah one day and tells, and she cries and says, this is why I was suicidal. I couldn't. I had a miscarriage, and then Harry was so desperate to have children that I said, all right, I've got these frozen eggs, and off we go, and we'll use a surrogate, and one of our friends volunteered. I'm just speculating, and this is the truth of the pregnancies, because aces are always new beginnings and pregnancies. A big tell-all for a lot of money. It could, the first time I've thought this, could actually come from her. If she gets what she wants, then I don't think we're going to hear about it. But if she doesn't get what she wants from the royals, that looks quite an interesting card, that Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to just take a card just to see if these little Tarot Nova want to tell us anything more about that Ace of Pentacles. And the Fool. What's going on there is this new journey and a big payday at the end of it. A ton of money that someone's going to get. The Queen of Cups. Emotional manipulation. What have I just been talking about? I wanted to be a mother. I was desperate to be a mother. Harry was desperate to be a father. And what a great father he is. And everyone's been so mean and so cruel. And I was role playing. And they told me, my psychologist told me to wear the bump so I could bond with the surrogate, if there was a surrogate, and feel what it was like to be pregnant. And everyone was so mean and everyone was so cruel. And if they only knew what was going on with me trying to be the mother and the adoring, doting mother. Queen of Cups. I'm horrified myself with this reading. Hope I haven't horrified all of you as well. But it looks like it's something that could just happen. According to the cards, just little tarot cards for entertainment purposes. If she doesn't get that payday, if she doesn't manage to hang on to things, if she loses that battle, the secrets are out. Someone has ratted, someone has exposed. She knows it, she's worried about it. An issue with him in particular, and there was all kinds of stories around the time when she was allegedly pregnant, weird stories about induced births and trouble with that, and development trouble as a result. Quite nasty stories. Speculating, rumor. I'm just discussing what was rumored, what was speculated at the time. So that is the reading. That is the only reading for you today. We are in the middle of load shedding again, and so that's all I can manage to fit in today. But thank you for watching, and I will see you again hopefully tomorrow.